We now want to turn to Capitol Hill, where Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi are signaling some progress in pandemic relief negotiations.
But lawmakers say, deal or not, Americans will likely not have a stimulus check in their bank accounts by Election Day. News Nation correspondent Joe Khalil live for us in D.C. tonight with more on this story. Joe.
Hey, Joe, and yeah, we want to be really clear because lawmakers are not saying that there won't be a deal. We're just hearing more and more of them resign to the fact that it may not happen before Election Day. And certainly on both sides of the aisle, they'll offer up plenty of blame to go around and point the finger at each other. But the bottom line is really that we only have a certain amount of days before the election, and we may be running out of time here.
We're trying to understand why this kind of pain has not really elicited the action that we need from Congress.
Luis Guardia, the president of the Food Research and Action Center, says as Congress fails to pass a stimulus relief bill, nearly 30 million Americans have become food insecure.
Without their action, people are having to forego food. They're having to make incredibly hard decisions.
And many lawmakers say any relief before Election Day is increasingly unlikely. Are people going to get checks before Election Day?
No.
Are people going to get benefits before Election Day?
No, there's not a way. And there's been some of this conversation to say, what are these $1,200 checks, are they going to get thrown out right for the election? No, there's not even a physical way to even get it passed.
Republican Senator James Lankford says, forget the political fight. It's the calendar preventing a stimulus deal before Election Day.
It does take several days to be able to actually, once you get from an agreement in principle to actually written text, to be able to get it done.
If he's correct, that means relief for struggling Americans is off the table until mid-November at the earliest.
I'm a little bit more optimistic once the election is behind us.
Democrat Senator Doug Jones says the politics around the election itself are interfering with good faith stimulus negotiations on both sides.
Perhaps in a lame duck session, we might be able to come together a little bit better than right now.
I think they really blew this the last few months. It's not just this week.
Democrat Amy Klobuchar says her Republican counterparts should have focused on relief instead of a Supreme Court nomination.
What they should be doing is honestly negotiating COVID relief.
If there's one party to the negotiation still optimistic about an imminent deal, it's the White House.
I think this is the best we've felt about it to date. The speakers come around. We could see some movement in the next 48 hours.
So right there, spokesperson at the White House, Alyssa Farah, saying 48 hours. Now, we've heard that before from Democrats. Now we're hearing that from the White House. The problem is 48 hours from now, the Senate is going to be wrapped up in that whole little thing about confirming a Supreme Court justice potentially. So it's skeptical among some lawmakers we talked to about whether or not the Senate can both focus on that and on a negotiated deal for stimulus if we actually do see one in the next couple of days, guys. Reporting live tonight in Washington, D.C., Joe Khalil, News Nation.